Okay, today's date is the 3rd of August 2023. I am Mr. Mary Nelson, the CEO of Vision X Limited, and with Yousef FS. We're trying to analyze completely what is happening in the entire market today so that we'll not get carried away. Are you getting it? And take wrong decisions. Decision making is final, but what is most important is market structure and price action. Without those two things, the foundation of your trading is in jeopardy. Are you getting it? You might know how to use your Fibonacci, but these two things are the most vital things the market uses as footprint. And as it stands right now, the market is extremely bearish until something happens. So Yousef, come in now. See, I taught you in the chart patterns, I told you that chart patterns and structures are the most important thing. The other things are just indicators or confluences the market uses, like your Fibonacci retracement tools, your Fibonacci extensions are confluences, your divergence are confluences, your EMAs are confluences, but without the market structure and the price actions, which it uses in passing one phase to another, you are actually making you'll be actually saying wrong things, right? Now, Yousef, look at this whole area right now. Have you looked at it before?
Yeah.
Have you looked at it?
I can see it too.
What can you see from these two areas? What can you see? Like what do you know naturally that happens?
In general, like I can see very big head and shoulders.
Which of them? This side?
The left side, this side is the right shoulder, this side is the left shoulders.
This is the left shoulder, this is the right shoulder. This one's the okay, this one is the left shoulder, this one is the right shoulder.
You stop recording.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
So one side is the left shoulder, one side is the right shoulder.
Yeah.
What can you see? Ah, bro, are you there? Hello? Hello, bro. I'm not hearing you again. Left shoulder.
You know.
You said what?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. This is the left shoulder now. This is the right shoulder. Bro, without these things, you make a lot of mistakes in analyzing. Without these price action patterns and these, what's it called? Market structure, you will just be confused as what's next and what is happening in this entire market. Now, let's go further. Let me show you something. These two places now, these two places you are seeing right now, on the bigger side, this is a head and shoulder. We want a head and shoulders to do what? To form, which is a bullish continuation pattern to the what? To the upside. But if this left and shoulder pattern fails, if this structure fails, this is a structure now. A head and shoulders pattern is a structure. Are you getting it? An ascent triangle is a structure. Are you getting that? Those chart patterns are what that the market put together in determining what happens next in the market. So if any of them fail, are you getting it? It definitely, if any of them fail, that means the market has failed that particular structure and is moving to form another structure. So without you having the sense of these structures, are you getting it, in your head and knowing how to find them out, just know that this market now, like I'm saying right now, if this left shoulder fails, are you getting it? This left shoulder has formed already, this head already. If this right shoulder fails, are you getting it? This structure has done what? Failed already, and it will continue to break this structure and form another particular pattern, probably then form another major ABC.
Okay.
So once your pattern fails, are you getting it? Because this left shoulder and it has a support there, it has a support here. So once it fails, just know that we have now moved past this head and shoulders pattern that was forming. Buyers will now be, no longer convinced to continue this market to the upside again, because they believe that particular head and shoulders pattern have failed. So what they will now do is driving this market to the next support, even breaking it to break structure so that they can form another structure. Are you getting it? It will now no longer be head and shoulders pattern again. It will now be another structure itself. So the market moves from one phase to another. So the moment you are not seeing structures, are you getting it? You are not recognizing structures. You will just be trading blindly, because then now you are using emotion now that you are praying that this market should go and form complete the right, a left, a head and shoulders pattern. Are you getting it? This is what you are praying for right now. But don't pray. You are trading CF, this contract for difference. Are you getting it? Anywhere it goes, you make money. So that should be your concern. Do you understand? It must not,
Yeah.
we must not have a bullish market. We must not have a bullish market. If this market decides that, okay, if it loses this particular support, this was previous support before, are you getting it? If it loses that support again now, it means that, well, where are we going to next? We are going to the next support. Are you getting it? Which is 1,900. From where we are right now is about 330 pips to this side. So if it truly starts selling, why would you leave until it gets to this particular support? Or if it starts buying, why would you leave until it gets to this particular support? So this is 500 pips, this is 300 pips. Either way, you are supposed to make money in the market. But if you are looking at just support and resistance without looking at structure and price action patterns, you will make a lot of mistakes along the line. Am I making sense?
100%.
So right now, we know we have all our major support and resistance. Are you getting it? We know we have our major support and resistance, because even this particular support at the middle dates back all the way from this bullish, because this was the phase we were before. From here now, it started from here. We started breaking to the upside from here. Are you getting it? So anything that makes us lose this particular support, are you getting it? This market, we enter another phase again to the downside. So what is this particular phase right now is very important. That's why I said that the most important thing in any market is structure, because what we have at the top is this structure. Are you getting it? This is the resistance we have at the top. So the market moves in phases like this. So if you draw all these things now, you will see that this market moves in all these phases. All these phases. Are you getting it? Any phase that fails, it will come back to the next phase. So here right now, you are praying that a head and shoulders pattern starts. But before that thing starts, there are internal structures also that you are not looking at. That's why I taught you this particular pattern that connect the dots. Connect the dots in the sense that you should have known that this is a descending what? Triangle that was happening. Are you getting it? And a descending triangle is a what? A bearish continuation pattern to the downside, right? So this particular support is still part of the same triangle. So this area was what? Descending triangle. That was why this market actually broke to this particular support. I guess so. Your fib can also help you in this particular area. So since you know that this is a descending triangle, what can you see here right now and what is happening? That was the question I was asking you. And if you are not looking these things very well, you make mistakes. So, and what is making you make those mistakes is because you are prone to just your support and resistance, your supply and demand. That's the only thing you have in your head. If I take these things off right now, since this is a particular look, let me bring it back. So let me bring it to the main this thing. If you draw it, you see that this was what? on the left side. That was what?
It's
Hello, bro.
yeah, it's triangle too. Descending
This is the
triangle.
same triangle. But on the right side now, what are you seeing on the right side? Are you seeing anything on the right side?
Another descending triangle.
No, it's not the same triangle. That's the problem you have right now. You are supposed to remove this particular thing, that support, and forget what you are saying here. You are to judge by what you are saying here now. And what I can see here is a head and shoulders pattern, but it did not form well for you to know this is a head and shoulders pattern. How? Because this is, let me bring it out. So this is just the problem I think you are having. So I said I really need to bring this thing to your attention today so that you will know what you are doing. From the downside, this is the left shoulder. You see this double top here, eh? You are saying, bro,
Yeah.
you can also call it a right shoulder because it's also a right shoulder. These two things is a double top. If you merge them together, means something, double top. So these particular two things you are seeing here, if you connect them, they are one.
Okay.
So even though you see this particular, look at it at the downside, this same thing at the top right now is what you still have at the downside. So the market has been telling you what it wants to do all this while. You are the one that is failing not to understand it or see it. So the market moves in these phases. It does not disappoint. So after moving this, there was it called right now, it did that same thing to the upside again. Are you getting? So if you extend, you would have taken a trade from 1930 area or 1935 all the way to 1972. This particular thing happening at the top here was just to form a head and shoulders pattern for you again at the right shoulder. So right now, watch you see this head and shoulders pattern right now at the top, it has broken, but it was not straight for you to see. Normally, you were expecting that normally a head and shoulders pattern is supposed to form very well by, bringing a very good support for you here, then another one again, then another one again, very clean. But the market is not clean because people are the one controlling this market. You don't expect them to give you a very clean head and shoulders pattern the way you know it or the way you are seeing it in textbooks. So if you fail to recognize head and shoulders pattern, knowing that this head and shoulders pattern has broken with this particular candle, you will be confused as to what is happening in the market. Now look at this head and shoulders pattern now. It has broken down already, but you now, you are looking at this particular support. Barbara, are you there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm with
Bro.
you. I can hear you.
So you now, you are looking at this particular previous support I just deleted. That is where they are using to fool you now as a support and resistance trader that does not understand market structure. Do
Yeah,
you understand? So because of
I
my
do. I
market
do.
structure, and price action perspective, coupled with my market, with my what's it called? Coupled with my support and resistance knowledge, coupled with my Fibonacci retracement tools knowledge. Are you getting it? Bring Fibonacci retracement tools in. You can see that this market actually broke from 0.5 downward. But at the same time, it also has another a support and resistance underneath it again, which also completes what's it called? The Q zone. So this whole place right now is the Q zone. Why they mention this whole place as a Q zone is because they believe that two things are happening here. There are two particular support that's broken here now. The first one is this head and shoulders pattern. The second one is the major The second one is the major one that is about to break right now. So once those two things break, we are coming to the next support. Are you following up, bro?
I do.
Once these two supports right now break, we are coming to the next one. Nothing will hold it. So these are the things the buyers and sellers are looking. So once this one break right now to the downside, are you getting it? And you are seeing BB candles, just don't bother yourself. Enter it, put your stop loss above here and take profit here. So the thing that is worrying you right now, I think, is actually price action patterns. Ability to recognize structure, number one. Ability to, recognize your chart patterns, which are your price action patterns, coupled with your support and resistance, your Fibonacci tools. Are you getting it? Because the way I explain it right now, if I have not shown you that this is also a head and shoulders pattern, you won't have known that this is a head and shoulders pattern that has now broken, and this is a break, whether I like it or not. A break is a break.
Right.
Do you understand now? That's why I was telling you that until this market, if truly that this is going to be a head and shoulders pattern, big one, that is going to take this trade to 2050. Because if you carry your head and shoulders pattern, you know, as I told you, that if your head and shoulders pattern break and retest, if you carry that particular head and shoulders pattern, trust me, if this thing holds, I'm entering a trade from here and I'm taking profit, swing trade from here, it must get back to this particular, what's it called, resistance again. That is just how the market moves. So if you want to scalp it until it gets there, no problem. Are you getting it? But first, you must first of all know the footprints the market is leaving for you. You don't know the footprints, you don't know the structure is forming, you don't know, and what are structures? Your head and shoulders pattern is structures, your ascending descending triangle is a structure, your what's it called? Your wedge, your falling wedge is a structure. Are you getting it? Because if truly this is a, now look at it, if truly this is a falling wedge and this is a flag at the end of the day, are you getting it? If truly this is a flag at the end of the day, this is just extension of the flag. Sorry. It's just for you to carry this flag, pull here, and enter a trade from here or from here right now till we get to 2020, 2140, $2,140. So the market moves in phases. It's not like I'm a magician. If you don't analyze the market using all these confluences, you make a lot of mistakes and you wallow in emotions because you don't even know what is happening. If I have not shown you right now that this is what is happening right now, you would have known. Then maybe one day will now come, I will now tell you that, oh, we have broken to 144 and we have reclaimed it back. We are coming to 2,140, even though it takes 3 months, and the day it will get there, you call me a genius. No, I'm not a genius. These are just how the market moves. The market will always tell you what it wants to do. So you must recognize structure. You must know how your price actions are forming. They're even forming on your 1 minute, your 5 minutes to scalp them out. You are the one not seeing them.
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, true.
Because if you are seeing those price action patterns forming on the lower time frame, trust me, bro, your scalp, you'll be catching your 50 pips well, your 100 pips well on the 15 minutes time frame well, because all you are waiting for is give me any sharp pattern. As you see it, as it breaks out, so most of the time on the lower time frame it does not retest, you enter aggressively, knowing that definitely if this was a smaller time frame, if this head and shoulders pattern right now, are you getting a break to the upside and retests, we must come to this particular level, because then it will now do 1, 2, 3, always break a major structure. 4 will come back and retest without breaking 1. Then 5 will come and finish this particular thing. So you must know your Elliott wave, you must know your white club accumulations, you must know your head and shoulders pattern, your ascending acceleration, ascending descent triangle, you must know your falling wedge, you must know you must recognize your flag, anything at all, any sharp pattern you know at your head, you must know them and you must know how to, spot them out in any chart before you can be able to trade any market. If not, you'll just wallow in pain every day by day without knowing what is going on. So you see all those my videos that were coming out 100% that you are applauding me, that guy, how do you know that this will happen? How do you even know? You know, remember 5 days ago, I was telling you about that this market will buy back. Are you getting it? And to sell down immediately from there again back to this area. Go and watch that video. And that was exactly what happened. From 1970 to 1930 is 400 pips. From 1944, for 1945 to 1970 is 250 pips. Are you getting it? Then from 1980 to 1940 is 400 pips. This is how many? 400, 250, 650, plus another 350. I'll be how many pips right now? Plus another 350, right? Plus another 350 again. Plus 650. That's about 1,000 pips to the, and you'd have caught it perfectly well. Why? Because you know that your left shoulder has already formed already. Are you getting it? Your left shoulder has already formed already. So you have something in your head already that, okay, if this actually formed this way and we have a double top, that means that this guy wants to come and do what? Come to the downside to form what? A head and a complete head and shoulders pattern to the downside. So you can even envision what wants to happen here already as a head and shoulders pattern. Then all you just do then is just to do what? Just envision it down already that this is the price action pattern that wants to form. Are you getting it? Let me trade it out using how the market does what actually drive, because this is a high, this is a low, this is on that high that did not break to the upside again. So that's a very particular flop, because this market will change to the downside if it actually breaks this particular, and it broke it. So this was a change of character to the downside. And you know that once a change of character happens, what happens next? What's the next thing you have to look out for? A supply. This is nice supply, that if we enter inside that supply, we will continue breaking structures to the downside. And we are breaking structure right now to the downside. So this market is extremely what? Bearish, trending to the downside. So it must come back and break above here, changing character to the upside again before it continue going. But right now, for you to do that particular change, we need to first of all recover this particular broken head and shoulders pattern. Turn here to major support. And whenever we turn here to major support, do you know why you see those BB candles? That is because people have recognized that this was a broken head and shoulders pattern that did a fake out with this. When it is retesting it, you now start seeing those bullishness and you'll be wondering that, oh, if I had known, I would have entered this market. That is because these buyers that are about to step in are seeing a broken head and shoulders pattern. Are you getting it? And have known that this is a falling wedge. Are you getting it? This is a falling wedge. There is a bullish continuation pattern that has broken to the upside and is retesting that support of the falling wedge. If anything that will bring buyers inside and you start seeing those big buys, know that this market has done what? Started on that leg of completely a head and shoulders pattern. So any break above right now, retesting it, you will see massive bullishness again, continuing to the next phase. It's as simple as that. So if you don't look at the market these ways and you don't know your chart patterns, you don't know your structures, how they are forming, trust me, you are doing a very, very big mistake in your trading journey. Because I can even blindly, confidently enter any trade from 1933 right now. Put my stop loss maybe at 19, maybe I'll say 1915, which is about 180 pips, right? And envision that no matter what happens, I know that we might just reclaim here and continue to the upside. Then if you calculate that, you will see that you have what? A very big risk to reward ratio coming for you if we continue to the upside. That's 5 risk to reward ratio. So it depends on how you want to take your trade then. So without looking at the entire market like this, bro, trust me, you are making a very big mistake as a trader, because you're not supposed to be a trader yet. Because then you know that after reclaiming here, even though you want to scalp daily, after reclaiming here right now, as a scalper, you will want to start scalping these movements you see internally. Are you getting it? These are the movements you want to take 50-50 pips from. Are you getting it? Those movements are what makes you a scalper. So you must first of all reclaim here first before you now start going to your lower time frame to start seeing those little 15 minutes, 1 hour swings that are happening. Are you getting it? Because the moment we break above here, retest and break again, we have done was switch to the upside again. So here now becomes what? A major demand zone. Are you getting it? Then once you enter from these areas right now, putting your stop loss below that broken, what's it called, previous support, now turn resistance. Once you broke above it and turn support again, you know that you are taking just 50 pips. Wait for a retracement again. You take on that 50 pips or 100 pips. Wait for a retracement again. You know that only what you are looking for is just buy and buy and buy alone because you want to scalp.
Perfect.
To get to this level. So once you get to this level, you don't do what? You don't scalp again because you know that this market has completed the phase of getting back to the major resistance level again. So all you'll be waiting for then will now be different from just scalping now. You'll now wait for days again and expect that this head and shoulders pattern completes his leg. And once it breaks above again, what you won't start scalping from again is from here, because by then we'll now have 1, 2, 3, always break a structure. 4, everybody wants to buy from 5, from 4 to 5.
Yeah.
So trust me, whenever you see this particular structure breaks that has been refusing to break, and you enter a market, in a day you can even cash 500 pips.
I swear. True.
Because there will be massive bullishness in this area to this 2050. From 1980 to 2050 will be very bullish. That 700 pips can come in less than 2 days. So on this particular days, you are not supposed to scalping. Just enter that swing because we must get to the next resistance. Because then we have completed what? A head and shoulders pattern that has broken and retested and that switched on the lower time frame for us again. We must get here because we now have a head and shoulders pattern formation. So anything that makes these two particular structure fails again now, we are broken already with this now, head and shoulders pattern. So anything that makes this fails right now, trust me, bro, we are going down. And where's the target of that downside we are going right now? Is 1900. Because this, I took it all the way from this particular head and shoulders pattern break. Look at where it's coming to. The next support. So it does not fail. It speaks to you. But if you don't understand the sign language it's speaking to you, you're on a long thing. So I think we need to go back, studying all these headers as in your chart patterns again and how market structure forms. But at the end of the day, let me go to another chart. At the end of the day, should I tell you something? Should I bust your brain? We have only a few seconds to go. I think we are going down, my bro. Look at the monthly chart. This is just consolidation happening here on the monthly. 3 months consolidation. So we might be going down if we are not careful, but we might still be going up. But the market entirely is a bullish market. So let's close it for here. Is about to go off. The time, zone time is about to go up. My bro.